What's up, YouTubeites? What's shaking? Welcome to the CovrPrice Shakers of the Week. I hope you guys are having a fantastic autumn week. Doesn't feel like it here in SoCal, but hopefully wherever you are, you're feeling nice and chill. Today we got my man JB, Laura from Bird City Comics, and a special guest waiting behind the wings. But first, we got to get things started with a little something. So let me up a little background here since it doesn't quite cover the screen because I can only do so many of these during Halloween, so I'm gonna use the most out of all of them. You know what I mean? So
use them up.
Use them up. That's what I say, man. Let's get things started for all you ghouls and gals out there while you guys are congregating, as I like to say.
Happy Halloween, bitch.
Yeah, just hit me.
Oh yeah.
DJ Lady Style, a.k.a. The Busy Girl.
The baddest on the microphone apparatus is here. When I rock a rhyme, often eyes are dropping a tear. It's so beautiful, it's America's landscapes when this man makes lyrics like the syrups that you pour upon your pancakes. My mandate is to grip minds like a handshake. Spit Orlando Lakes and go skinny dip with the fan base. Over any damn breakbeat, I hastily make pastries tastier than anything that Wolfgang makes. So take notes out of suckers, I make coats, lump of some like Bubba Gump fishing on lake boats. I take jokes and turn the comedy into drama. I'm bagging on your mama, I'm Jeffrey Dahmer behind ya. I'm a rhyme writer, lock stock, smoking the ganja. Rebuttals befuddle, leaving a puddle of saliva, sillies. You couldn't handle Randall when I throw my grammar at you. It hit your head and you would think I threw a hammer at you. I point the camera at you like Herb Ritz. Develop it, then use the pictures to pick up bird shits. You're nervous as the impervious wordsmiths hanging out in Rafa's new crib come with the verses.
Come on. We gotta get bars. We have to have bars, right? I got another one to play too, though. We can do that, lady. Anyway, JB, say what's good to the people, man.
Hi, how you doing, everybody? Can you hear me? Is the mic hot? How you doing, everybody? Welcome to another fantastic list. This list is just like all of them. Great knowledge is about to get dropped on you. Stick around.
Speaking of great knowledge, my lady at Long Box, aka Laura from Bird City Comics, say what's good to the people.
Hey everyone, I am just thrilled because right before the show, JB followed me on Instagram.
You,
Hey.
JB.
I got him.
You've made it, Laura. You've made it.
You know what? My list is
Okay.
even more exclusive. I have 666. I only follow 666 users on Instagram on purpose. In order for me to add someone, I have to remove someone. So consider yourself
brutal.
special. Yeah.
That's
Hey,
special to be
it's a
honest.
dog world, and we're all wearing milk bone underwear. You know what I'm saying? So this show is sponsored by our friends over at CovrPrice.com for your price guides, collections, and trends. And this here Shakers list that we do every Thursday live at 6 p.m. or every Tuesday for the CovrPrice Top 10. We could also catch us on Rewind on podcast. Alexa, play Lords of the Long Box podcast on Spotify. I hope that blows up your shit. It is also sponsored by our friends over at MySlab. Tired of paying 10, 15, 20% or more? Join the MySlab's 1% revolution. And also our new sponsor, Bird City Comics.
Hey.
Use the discount code of LOTLB to sign up for Bird City Comics. Get 15% off any Bird City exclusives. And as I say that, let's bring in our man, Ant from Bird City Comics. How you doing,
Hey,
Ant?
guys. I'm good. How's everybody doing today?
We're doing good. Wanted to talk about this. This is dropping tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, so that's 6 a.m. Pacific. You might want to change it to noon because we have a lot of West Coast viewers. So sometimes they feel
We sleeping in, but now we'll get
all
it.
right. So you can use a discount code LOTLB for anything in the website, including this bad boy. What can you tell us about this one, Ant?
Well, the cover's done by Rob Zinski, and we kind of wanted to go in a different approach because the character people are familiar, Scotty Young. So it's such a cool character. It's super cartoony, just in his style. And I figured a lot of store exclusives were gonna do that style, hit them with some outside craziness, splatters of blood, super cartoony, which a lot of those covers are fantastic. But I wanted to go in a different direction, be different. And Rob Zinski does hyper realism. So I thought it'd be interesting to see what the character take would be if she looked like a real person. And he delivered. This thing is really cool. Hits on everything for me.
And tell them again what time and where can they order this tomorrow.
Yeah, guys, head over to birdcitycomics.com. It's going to be this Friday, the 21st, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Oh shit! I thought it was AM. I thought it was AM. I was like 6 a.m.
Okay,
come on, T, you're not up by then.
I totally I forgive you for that. That's perfect. That's much better. 9 p.m. PM Pacific and 6 p.m. or excuse me, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So there you go. Use discount code LOTLB to get 15% off this or any other exclusives that Bird City. Yeah, if you've been watching our top 10 show, you know that Trish Fortuner has been killing it lately with certain variants. So glad to partner with Bird City. So and Laura's been on the show, so it's only a natural progression, like peanut butter and jelly. We go together. You know what I'm saying? So Anthony, when you want to stick around and see what we got shaking?
Yeah, I don't mind. I'll hang out in the background. If I got something to throw in that's useful, I'll tell you something. But if not, I'm just going to enjoy the show.
All righty, will do. Also, I'm going to drop a link in the live chat. We are going to be picking our 1 millionth, our winner of our 1 millionth viewer giveaway. So you have to the end of the show to click on that link, subscribe, like, and leave the proper hashtag. And we're going to pick a couple of random winners. You're going to get a 6-month free subscription to CovrPrice. And Ant has promised that he may throw in some goodies for you as well. So maybe we'll pick 2 winners. So see, that's, yeah, man, it's already working out.
Do you want me to show you guys what I was thinking about throwing in?
Well, do tell, yes.
Tease it away.
Yeah,
tease it away.
White. All right. Oh, come on now. All right, so first place is going to get a 6-month CovrPrice membership as well as 8 Million Genies, and second place will get a copy of 8 Million Genies. So
wow,
is that the second print variant or which one is that?
This is actually a fourth print
variant. Wow,
take it. Getting
rare and 500. It is printed on the card stock. They're beautiful. So.
Yeah, and you guys know if you guys been watching the show, that 8 Million Genies, especially the Bird City variant, has been on fire. Any of the Nintendo variants, really, it's a nostalgia kick. So thank you, Ant. So go ahead and feel free to lurk in the background while you cover these top 10. I know you're watching your game, so you just chime in whenever you want. All right, this is the CovrPrice comic book shakers of the week, where our friends list comes from CovrPrice, focusing on new sales or the most interesting sales found on their exclusive daily shakers list. This list changes several times every day, so make sure you check them out to review some of the hottest trending books on the market. After we go over these 10 that have been curated for us, we will see what's shaking today, and then we will pick up a winner. So just sit in, grab your favorite beverage. You're going to be here for a good 45 minutes to an hour, maybe more. There's no Near Nirvana show tonight, so hey, what are you going to do? You're going to hang out with us, right? So
exactly.
Let's kick it off. What do we got for number 1?
All right, here we go to kick off the show. All-Star Squadron, issue number 25, The Newsstand, originally published in 1983 from DC Comics. Now, this week's new high of $599 for a 9.8 is directly related to Atom Smasher's appearance in the DCEU's Black Adam, releasing this weekend. Now, this issue is Atom Smasher's first appearance, then known as, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Nuklon, and didn't take the Atom Smasher title until Kingdom Come issue number 2. Yet, this is one of our favorite DC spec books as it's packed with multiple key appearances. This includes the first appearance of Infinity Inc., as well as many of the team's members, including Nuklon, Atom Smasher, as we noted before, Jade, who later becomes Green Lantern, Obsidian, Alan Scott and Thorne's son, and Silver Scarab, Golden Age Hawkman, and Hawkgirl's son. Now, what surprised us the most is this newsstand's premium sale compared to the direct edition, which just sold a 9.8 for $230. Well, that's a huge price difference. Now, granted, high-grade newsstands are very hard to come by, but the market in 1983 was around 75% newsstands, making those direct copies much rarer overall. Yet, the allure of the word newsstand has created a blanketed value premium around it, despite not always being as rare as unaware collectors realize. Now, keep in mind, in 1986 is when the market was evenly split. So anything before that is rarer in direct edition. That shift in 1987 begins to favor newsstands. And as noted, keep an eye on this book long term. As prices fall post Black Adam, it'll be a great time to pick up a copy, and the long-term potential is there.
I seem to remember a certain YouTuber name starts with T and ends with O had dropped this on the long-term spec list probably 2 years ago, and I even pointed this particular issue, not the first appearance of Atom Smasher. And for those seeing it tonight, hope you have a good time. If you're into ratings, Rotten Tomatoes has basically the same score as Man of Steel, so it's around 55%, but it's only critic reviews, so I already know what's going to happen. User reviews are going to be close up to 80-90% because of, let's just say factions of DC fandom are really going to get behind it and give it a positive review regardless, because they feel because Superman is in it that it has a connection to the Snyder cut. Trust me, it's a rabbit hole you don't want to go down, because there's just a lot of claiming of bots and this, that, and the other. But hey, I'm just happy to get a DC film, right? And then we got that. Then we got freaking Wakanda Forever. End of the year is looking pretty good. So All-Star Squadron issue number 25, newsstand edition from 1983, 600 bones in a 9.8. Man, I love these kind of goofy I wouldn't say goofy, but kind of off-brand teams like All-Star Squadron, the Infinity, whatever.
Yeah, they're fun.
I'll be honest with you, I don't recognize any of these names.
Like the Defenders, the Bronze Age Defenders. Really weird one is the DC Freedom Fighters, who had like Uncle Sam on the team. It's just like they're like Earth 2 like superhero teams. Obviously the JSA. So I love these little quirky weird teams, man. But that's good. Let's see what we got next.
All right, following that awesome one, I don't know how I'm going to go compete with that, but number 2, we have Black Boy Fly C2E2 Preview Edition number 1. This is self-published from 2017. Self-publishing books have been more accessible to creators in just the last few years. Before that, it was rather challenging, a hard goal to accomplish, but the creators of this book succeeded, and their creation is seeing some heat in the aftermarket. This self-published issue was sold during various conventions in 2017. The central character, Flyboy, is also the focus of fine artist Hebrew Brantley, who co-wrote this comic. The cover art is by Max Sansing. Hebrew is a celebrity in the art world, and he uses Flyboy as the character of his sculptures, murals, and artwork in real life. Hebrew and Flyboy have a huge presence in Chicago. This is the first appearance of Flyboy in comics and the first professional comic work for Hebrew. Limited to only 100 copies, this exclusive dried up quickly, culminating in a massive sale for a CGC 9.4 this week, topping out at $5,000. We told you this book was seeing some heat, but what makes it more undeniable is looking at some of the past sales data for this near mythical book. A 9.4 sold in 2019 for $400, while a recent 9.8, and by recent we mean 2020, topped out at $1,000. The floor is rising as these issues change hands in the aftermarket, leading to a huge sale when it inevitably makes its way back to the market. Point blank, it's a rare book that rarely surfaces, and fans of Brantley and Flyboy are willing to drop some serious money to acquire this work of art. When one shows up, that is.
You ain't kidding.
$5,000. Holy moly.
100 print run, or for this at least, the preview edition from C2E2 back in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
$5,000. Wow. And it's a 9.4. It's not even 9.8. But,
Wow.
sometimes scarcity defies grade. Like if you have a huge print run, you have to get a 9.8, right? Because you're competing with a bunch of other 9.8s. If you get it like on a modern book, like we sometimes say that a 9.6 is the kiss of death on a modern book, right? For the last year, if you get a 9.6 back, then you might as well just uncrack it and just sell it as a raw
Right.
mint. So
Yeah.
So
True.
Black Boy Fly C2E2 preview edition from April 2017, 5K and a 9.4. Wow. All right. That was definitely an offer. All right. What do we got up next? So we got an offer candidate.
Yeah, I think this is an offer. I don't know. Next up, we've got Evil Ernie issue number 2, originally published in 1991 from Malibu Comics. Now, if you're unaware of Evil Ernie, this Halloween season is the perfect time to get yourself familiar. Ernie is an undead serial killer that was brought to life by writer Brian Pulido and artist Stephen Hughes and was originally published by Eternity Comics. I assume there was a pun intended there. Now, this specific issue features the first cover appearance of Lady Death, and with only 328 slabs on the CGC census, this book rarely moves. Now, the Halloween spirit seems to have influenced the most recent sale, which hit a new high of $400 for a CGC 9.6. The only other 9.6 sale is from 2020, which sold for $179.50. It's worth noting that a raw copy estimated at 9.4 sold for $214 in August of this year. Lady Death is certainly making her moves this Halloween season. TiVo, you're muted. You rookie.
I was going to say, it's interesting. This iteration of Lady Death on the cover has blonde hair, where we traditionally recognize her as really pale skin with white hair. Am I wrong in thinking that she looks like blonde there?
True.
Yeah.
Maybe she
have that
evolved into
silver mane
white.
usually.
Yeah, but I remember in the 90s, Evil Ernie, Lady Death, all these kind of weird macabre horror books were all the rage, and then you had Dark Child, and it was basically let's get and then Linsner, who did the Dawn books. All these kind of like weird, it was the hot girl era, I guess you could say. The same thing you can go with swimsuit issues too. You don't see that nowadays either, but there used to be like a Lady Death swimsuit issue. There used to be Image swimsuit issue. They even had one for the girls too, where like you see Superman and Batman in Speedos. And the funny one is, if you ever see the DC one, Batman has his cowl on while he's wearing a bathing suit.
What?
Just got to keep a secret identity, So Evil Ernie number 2 from Malibu Comics. I do believe Polito's new line now is, I think it's called Coffin Comics, I think is what he's doing now. So
Polito does Coffin Comics. Something cool, he doesn't let retailers do exclusives. So typically if you go after the books, there's not a million exclusives done per title.
Yeah, I have
That's
some
good.
Day of the Dead Polito covers that Polito did for Coffin Comics, because I collect all the Day of the Dead covers. And what's awesome is what was I gonna say? Anyway, I lost my train of thought. But yeah.
TiVo, we got a super chat.
Oh, well, let me acknowledge the
Let's acknowledge the super
Matrix
chat.
Comics 666 super chat. Right on. You get
666.
the horns for that. My boy Ernie and Lady Death, I got to get a 9.6 in this. There you go. Thank you for the $6.66 super chat. You can't tell me that this wasn't influenced by Iron Maiden's Eddie, right? Evil Ernie, Eddie.
Eddie.
Yeah, if you're
Put a
if
guitar
you know,
in his hand.
if you know Iron Maiden, you know Eddie in the posters and at the shows. I think my man Marky 316 was just at a recent Iron Maiden is touring right now, and they unveiled the new Eddie. There's a giant thing of like Eddie that pops up on stage. It's crazy. But Evil Ernie number 2 from 1991, the first appearance or cover appearance at least of Lady Death. Let's get ready for another offer, shall we?
All right, number 4, we have Fearless Defenders number 4. This is the Hans 1 in 50. Came out in 2013. This week saw a graded 9.8 sale of $495 for this variant, which is a new high. The series had a handful of 1 in 50 variants, and each of them seemed to do quite well in the aftermarket. The combination of rarity and desired artists, in this case Stephanie Hans, has put many of these variants in collectors' boxes, and many have not surfaced since. Keep an eye on all of the ratio variants for this series, as they are all tough to find in most cases.
Yeah, in 2013, I'm trying to think if LCSs had this weird ordering ratio where they had to order like 50 of a. Marvel used to do it where you would have to order 50 of some, even not even the same title. Like you didn't have to order 50 issues of Fearless Defenders #4. It was like, tied to something else. They stopped doing that, but in 2013, they may have still been doing that. So it's a
That would have
gorgeous
been a
cover.
tough one, right? Can you imagine
yeah.
this title? Yeah, give me 200. Yeah, right. Get out of here.
Yeah, it's gorgeous regardless. Irregardless. What do we got now? Fearless Defenders #4, the Stephanie Hans 150 variant from 2013, $500 and a 9.8. All right, what do we got up next?
All right, this one's kind of cool. Next up, we've got Halloween issue #1, the Mega Chromium variant, originally published in 2000 from Chaos Comics. Now, we've covered rare Halloween books before, but this one we rarely see. What's interesting about this overall series is how it connected the original Halloween franchise to the released Halloween H2O around the same time as this comic release. Now, granted, most of the Halloween franchise has been rewritten, ignoring Halloween 2 through 6, H2O and Resurrection. So, if that original franchise is your jam, then this is a must read to see how they filled in those gaps. Now, limited to only 2,500 copies and sold directly through Diamond, this book isn't considered rare by exclusive print runs, like we're used to. 3 years ago, a 9.8 would run you $225, with raws around $75. Today, this week's new high of $600 for a CGC 9.8 and $148 for a near mint raw just cements how exclusives can disappear into collections and escalate in price. Now, 22 years is not quick. It really presents a different light on today's exclusives and how more collectors should consider long-term collecting and letting good books like this cook, though this method is not for the impatient.
Yeah. Halloween Ends. Yeah, that's a perfect name for the movie because they needed to end that movie because that shit was trash, man. I'm sorry.
I've heard, everybody's
saying. The first one out of the three I thought was pretty good, right? They got Michael Myers trapped and he's burning down. The second one, all the people of Haddonfield deserve to get killed. They were just the stupidest fucking people ever in a horror film, and they all deserve to get killed. I didn't care for
Let's
any
hide behind the chainsaws
or run upstairs.
Exactly. So and this third one, look, it's on Peacock. If you have Peacock, that's what we saw it on, and we were still disappointed. So but it sucks that because you know why the Halloween genre I think has really elevated itself. I mean, to all different things. If you like, Jordan Peele is doing, and then you got the Conjuring movies and all these films and slasher films. They've gotten smart. Remember the what's that? The guy with the mask. What's those called? I'm talking about.
Jason and Freddy. What
scary
one?
Movie or no? What's the one? I'm
thinking?
Scream.
Scream. Yeah, the Scream reinvented the slasher genre, and they were really good for what they were. And then Halloween Ends came out, and I was just like, "Oh man, this is so disappointing." So there's my review for you. So on that note, let's hear from our sponsor, MySlabs. Tired of paying 10, 15, 20%? Join the 1% revolution.
The platform designed by collectors for collectors just got even better. MySlabs.com is proud to now feature dedicated sections for both raw cards and raw comic books. Browse over 100,000 slab collectibles, authenticated by the industry's most trusted grading companies. Then check out a massive selection of sealed wax and now raw singles and raw lots. Join a passionate, no-nonsense community of nearly 50,000 members and enjoy some of the best buyer and seller protection in the business. And as always, MySlabs offers one of the most disruptive pricing models in the hobby, with seller fees as low as only 1%. So the next time you're forced to pay 10%, 20%, or more to sell something from your collection, head over to MySlabs.com, the low-fee marketplace, by collectors, for collectors.
Yep. So Halloween #1, Mega Chromium, not just regular Chromium. It's a Mega Chromium. All right, what do we got up next?
All right, this is definitely a shaker. Yeah. Buckle up for this one. Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC, presents #1, The Kernel of Two Worlds. This came out in 2016. Celebrating KFC's 75th anniversary in 2015, the franchise rolled out one of the most aggressive and unique marketing campaigns of the decade. The featured fun commercials that reintroduced the Colonel for the first time in years via various popular actors that ranged from Darrell Hammond, Norm Macdonald, Jim Gaffigan, George Hamilton, Dolph Ziggler, Rob Riggle, Billy Zane, Rob Lowe, Ray Liotta, Reba McEntire, Jason Alexander, Sean Astin, RoboCop, yes, RoboCop as Colonel
totally
Sanders,
forgot
not
about
the
that.
actor, Mario Lopez, and so much more. This campaign was so successful that it extended out to 2017 and featured unconventional spaces like video games, Colonel Quest, an 6-bit Atari-like game, actual Betamax recordings sent to the press, and weird giveaways like a full-size painting of a Twitter user riding on Colonel's back, hiking through the great outdoors. Now, how did he win that? He was the first user to point out that KFC only followed 11 people, which were all 5 Spice Girls and 6 people named Herb. 11 herbs and spices, get it?
Ah.
Yeah. It was a weird and amazing time. A few of those odd giveaways were KFC-centric comic books that homage to popular DC covers, like this homage to Flash 123. Given out for free to New York Comic Con 2016 attendees, most guests likely tossed this aside as a gimmick comics and were not considered collectible back then. Yet it is now, as it recently sold for $88 raw, a little behind the all-time high of $100. The KFC Comics series started with a hard-to-find 2015 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, which was KFC Presents The Colonel's Adventure Comics, #1. Also handed out for free and features an homage cover to Wonder Woman #1 that last sold for $59 in February of 2022. The KFC DC series spun off into Kentucky Fried Chicken Presents, which featured the above-mentioned #1 New York Comic-Con, the #2 San Diego Comic-Con, and finally the most popular #3 San Diego Comic-Con of 2017. That third issue, homaging Neil Adams' Green Lantern #76 from 1960, also recently sold for a high of $200 and a 9.8. With silly at surface value, there is a growing market demand for collectors of oddball comics like these. I don't even know what to say after that.
This is oddball.
I have a KFC book because
Really?
right around it was showing up on our top 10, and I remember my LCS having one, and I was like, you know what, maybe this will pop. I have to see which one it is though, but I meant this is a Shaker show. This is the oddball kind of stuff, and once a collector has everything, they want to find out more odd stuff. I'm sure there. I mean, don't get me wrong, KFC is delicious and all, but the Colonel of Two Worlds, I mean, it's kind of weird, man. So the Kentucky Fried Chicken Presents. I thought it was like the Kentucky Fried movie there for a second. For all the
It's not even the high. The $100 is the high for this book.
Right,
These people are
this is
nuts,
rough.
man.
Kentucky Fried
He
Chicken,
thought he was
KFC.
buying chicken. He thought he was getting chicken delivered or something. He
I
was
haven't eaten
high.
yet. I'm hungry too. That sounds good. Yeah. All right. So Kentucky Fried Chicken presents KFC presents issue #1, the Colonel of Two Worlds. Oh boy. All right. Here's your chance to get on the board. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, nah, maybe. I don't know. All right, next up, we've got Legion of Superheroes, issue #1, the Jim Lee 1 in 10 variant from 2010 from DC Comics. Now, from 2013 to 2018, the speculator market was booming and focusing more on cover artists and their rare covers. Now, even before that, back in 2010, Jim Lee was still known mostly as a Marvel guy. Despite a successful Batman run with Jeff Loeb in 2002, Lee fans went digging for some of his rare covers and dug up this version of a 1 in 10 Saturn Girl variant. While not impossible to find, sales have been quietly increasing as seen by this week's new high of $295 for a CGC 9.8, with raw copies trending around $45. However, no listed copy is less than $110 currently. Now, Jim did the 1 in 10 variants for the first 5 issues, each featuring a key Legion member, and all are great pickups.
I gotta admit, this is a dope cover.
This
I
is
mean,
a dope
Beautiful.
cover.
I mean, the days of 1 in 10 are like, I think, rarely ever hear of it nowadays. I mean, you know, for a while there, DC was doing like cover A and cover B. Every now and then, 1 in 25 or 1 in 30 or 1 in 50. But back in the day, you used to have like 1 in 10 or 1 in 15, 1 in 25, 1 in 35. It just, you know, but nowadays, you know, it's, you know, Marvel kind of goes all over the place and just gives you like 30 covers for some. DC will do it when there's a big anniversary issue, like when they did like Tech 1000 or Superman 1000 or Batman 1000. Whenever they would get buck wild with all the covers, but this one is still rather gorgeous. I'm digging this one. You know, Jim Lee really taking his time to do a cool cover. Was he the head of DC Comics already by then? Yeah, I think he was
In 2010.
Yeah, I think so. I think that he was already the head of because they brought him aboard and then they brought out his image imprint, and then he came aboard to be the publisher. So or something along those lines. So Legion of Superheroes issue number 1, the Jim Lee 1 in 10 variant from 2010. All right, this is definitely an offer.
I know, I keep on getting the crazy ones, right? Nutty number 1. This is DC Thompson, 1980. Did you know that you can get a free pack of space dust, which is just basically like Pop Rocks, inside this very issue? That's right. The better question is, does the space dust inside affect the grade, or will it get a purple label if it's removed? These are the important questions. Seriously, though, this book is so obscure that CGC doesn't even have census data on it. Nutty was a weekly comic that was published between 1980 through 1985 by DC Thompson, and then merged with The Dandy. The latest sale of $372 for an estimated fine issue, between 5 and 6.5, is the only sale recorded. Have you heard of Nutty Comics? Maybe you have an issue yourself, and if so, do you still have the space dust? While many state that comics are dropping in value, that's not the case for all comics. This proves that some collectors are out there digging in the weeds of collecting niches, paying premium prices for rare comics.
Digging in the weeds or smoking weed, because you got
that is just nuts. That's nuts. And if somebody has this issue, send us proof of life, and I will send you a Marvel No Prize, because it's nutty that you would have this. But hey, you never know, man. Nutty issue number 1 from DC Thompson, February from 1980, $372 for a raw fine. Wow.
I'm surprised Anthony didn't say anything on this one.
Yeah, I thought Anthony was definitely chiming in on that.
For the Nutty comic?
Yeah, like you have nothing to say, just crickets over there.
I mean, it's nutty.
Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, you can say all kinds of double entendres about nuts and nutties and busting.
You can definitely, you can hear the giggles of guys that wrote this. Like they're just sitting at their desk going,
or somebody going, "Hey, do you have Nutty number 1?" You know, and they're all just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" No, I don't. You creep, get out of here. Anyway, we go from Nutty number 1 to, oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh man, look at this. This is crazy. Shirtless Bear Fighter issue number 3, the Andrew Robinson Burt Reynolds 1 in 15 variant, originally published in 2017 from Image Comics. Now, Shirtless Bear Fighter is not shy about producing provocative yet silly covers. This particular 1 in 15 incentive homages the classic 1972 Playboy pose. However, what many don't realize is that this centerfold came from Cosmopolitan magazine in April 1972. A male centerfold broke many taboos in the 70s and launched both women's magazines publishing and Burt Reynolds' career. Now, many point to this exact moment that made him a celebrity and found himself mobbed by women asking for him to sign their copies. It was also the direct catalyst of the creation of Playgirl magazine. While not many comic covers homage this obscure moment in pop culture, the market price of $150 raw this week shows that there are collectors out there for it.
I don't know of any woman in her life who said, "I need to get a Playgirl." You know, maybe Laura. I meant, you know, I'm sorry.
Honestly, no, that's not something. Yeah, I haven't heard it as a female.
I'm sorry. I mean, even gay men were like, what do I want, playgirl. But this was a thing. Google it. He's laying out there with his just gorgeous mane of hair on his chest, laying on a bearskin rug. Oh my God.
Oh man.
For those kids who don't know Burt Reynolds, oh man. You probably, for newer generation kids, probably remember Burt Reynolds from Boogie Nights, right? But in the 70s, he was huge. Smoking the Bear, Cannonball
Smoking the
Run. Yeah, Smoking the Bandit. I'm sorry, Smoking the Bear was a TV show with Bruce Evigan or something. Why do I even know that? It's such a strange factor to pull out of nowhere. But yeah, BJ and the Bear was a show on TV. Smoking the Bandit, though, that was him and everybody wanted a Firebird, a Pontiac Firebird.
Oh, man, that car was dope.
It is a piece of shit, though. It does not go that fast. So just so you know, because you wanted to get the Firebird, you had to get the T-tops, and you didn't realize top speed was like 90 miles per hour. Nowadays,
and it was shaking like crazy.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, but it looked cool. I mean, hell, I would get one now just for nostalgia sake.
Isn't that the one where the door weighed as much as the entire car?
No, that's the DeLorean.
Those are the old Camaros.
That thing is made out of stainless steel. The DeLorean. That's why top speed 88
miles
miles is all they could do.
I was just talking about the door. It was so heavy on those T-Birds and Camaros of that year.
Yeah,
the glass shook when you slammed them shut.
Right.
Yeah, really, the ones that came out that were fast were the IROC Z. To throw it back to really the 90s. If you got a Camaro IROC Z, those were a lighter frame body and they went faster. Still not nowadays. Civics go faster than those cars. A souped up Civic, you know what I'm saying? But it's it's kind of what it was. It wasn't a true muscle car, but they had, do what you can do.
It had the flair. Cool. The body was nice on it. And the funny thing is that somebody put like The Longest Yard on the reboot. So Adam Sandler and him are really good friends, and he uses them a lot of spoof jokes because he's always like, remember the scene in Happy Gilmore when the limo comes by? He's like, oh, who do they got in there? Burt Reynolds. That's always he references it in like all of his movies.
Yeah.
And I gotta look for that now. That's a little Easter egg I didn't know about. That's good knowledge.
Cannonball Run is also famous for the outtakes that they showed during the end of the movie, right? Nowadays, like most Jackie bloopers. If you're a fan of Hong Kong films with Jackie Chan, like you watch Jackie Chan movies at the end of the show, like behind the scenes, then mostly it's him like breaking bones and shit. But Cannonball Run had the outtakes, and I actually had a conversation in my LCS, and we talked about who was the Dom DeLuise superhero character. We couldn't think of it. I had to Google it. Captain fucking Chaos was his name.
Captain Chaos.
Captain Chaos from Cannonball Run is Dom DeLuise end up being a superhero named Captain Chaos. So there you go, man. Dropping knowledge on you. All right, what's the last one? Don't go away, boys. We're going to see what's shaking today, and then we're also going to do the giveaway. So we got a lot coming. So what do we got for the last one?
Oh man, Anthony. Okay, Star Wars Vision number 1. Takashi Okazaki, New York Comic-Con exclusive. The Comic Corner did this limited to 800. The Star Wars Visions animated series on Disney Plus won over many diehard fans. The short titled The Duel especially mixed different beloved genres and created something wonderful. This variant was an NYCC exclusive, limited to 800 copies from a few weeks ago, and has gone on to see sales in the $100 plus range, with a high sale on October 18th of $300 raw. Wow. This series was a fresh take on the Star Wars property, and this prequel features the first appearance of the character known as the Ronin. That is definitely a few things to cause some increased interest. As a huge Takahashi Okazaki fan and collectors, we understand completely while many have sought out this cover. It's kind of a sore spot for Ant because he showed this to me a while back and he's like, we need to do an exclusive for this. Do you remember, Ant?
Oh, come on. Yeah, you're muted.
Yeah. And I stared at this image for a long time and fought with myself and then decided to let it go. And then the Comic Corner guy showed up with it. Not to take anything away from him. That guy, he jumped on it and he brought
screw that guy. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he brought it over and put one in my hands, and I just looked at it, and Laura looked at me, and I was like, damn it, I should have just gone with
I know, as soon as he walked up, I was like, oh, God, but the art's phenomenal.
I mean, I mean, if you saw the Star Wars Visions show on Disney Plus, it's absolutely fantastic. Where they took
I'm
like
a
a
huge
lot
fan.
of shorts of them. I wish they would make more long form storytelling, especially some of the samurai aspects of it. I mean, there was because they did different styles of animation. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. Star Wars Visions. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it again because it was wildly popular and everybody is digging Star Wars right now. So, hey, we're gonna see what's shaking, boys and girls. But I'm gonna give you a chance to freshen up your drinks. And while you do that, you know, we need to hear from our man Vin J. You know what I'm saying? So go take 5, smoke one if you got them. Go refreshing your drink, and we'll be back in a
Smoke
few
one if
minutes
you got
here
'em.
and see what's shaking today.
Know that I'm running the game, yeah. Purple is all in my veins, yeah. Copping a couple of chains, whoa. Throw it, I'm making it rain. Yo, how come everybody in the game wanna rap like you with the played out flow? I've been in the back, killing every damn track, and the rhymes all whack. How the fuck y'all blow? Well, this shit is all that I know. Rapping about bitches and clothes, yeah. Getting unlimited hoes, whoa. All of my diamonds are froze. Now you rap with venom and then you pack the rhythm, and every track will hit him and you blow. But you whack a little bit, don't stack the syllables. You have to hit him with new flows. Like, nah, homie, I'm in it for cash. Just wanna get me a bag, yeah, yeah. Tell him I whip in the jag, and I be popping in packs. Like, nah, everybody rap like that. Everybody wanna make a track like that. Everybody else in the game saying the goddamn same, and you all kill a rap like that. Like, where the wordplay and the metaphors at? What y'all make, I can never call rap. Big L, big pun, I'ma get them all back. And you mumbling motherfuckers, the better fall back. Nah, homie, it's not gonna change. Clearly we running the game. Talk about women and change. Dropping this shit that be numbing your brain. It's fucking insane. And they love it, we ain't gotta rap in nothing. Long as 808s are bumping, it's end of fucking discussion. Yeah, maybe right now, but it's not gonna last. Y'all better make room for the profits of rap. When they hear real shit, no copying that, and they all gon' see y'all rhyming is whack. Y'all snakes, I'm chopping the grass, gon' hit them with a bang, no stopping the crash. Y'all wanna make bets, I'm dropping the cash. I'm not gonna let y'all kill hip-hop in its tracks. But we ain't even kill it, it's evolved. Fuck the ones who came before us, I'ma show them how to ball. It's not evolution, y'all better cool it. Fuck mumble rap, we need a better movement. More real shit and way less pollution. Stop making music, that's the best solution. Y'all think you dope, but that's just delusion. Say you will, but y'all don't ever prove it. I'm the leader of the fucking revolution. Gon' get prepared for y'all execution. Everybody wanna talk about the money and the women that they be getting, but wanna kill it when they rap. Everybody wanna be the Mac of the game, but you rapping the same, and I put them on the back. Everybody wanna be the best, I wanna find the best rap. Follow me, I put them on the map. If you really wanna be the best in the game, stop rapping like everyone else on the track. Homie, that's all that they want. Loving the money I flaunt, yeah, yeah. Keeping it short, don't gotta give it a thought. Only the shit that I bought. Fuck that, you gotta stay different. Y'all think it's hot, but y'all straight tripping. I'm off the chain of my blade spinning. Y'all in the club with my paint dripping. I'm a fucking artist who's done with all this straight whack shit, so I'm busting honest. Y'all leaned out, but y'all suck regardless. I'ma run up on them, feeling fucking lawless. Better tuck your chain and fucking run your wallets. You are now looking at the youngest prophet who be killing rappers. Got no other option, yeah, they got green, but I'm a fucking goblin. Killing whatever your man felt, sensei with the rhymes, so give me the black belt. Got flame in the vibes, I'm making a track melt. Going all in, dog, whatever the hand out. Like Hogo, tell a bitch I flow so venomous. I bomb, hit him with the stone cold evidence. I flow so relevant, to show no benefit. A low blow, bring him with a po-po, never been. Mumble rapper, shut your fucking mouth. Fall back, don't make another sound. Telling me to fucking dumb it down, but I'ma buck them all. I got 100 rounds, like bleh. Fuck it, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I miss the days when MCs would kill it and blaze a track. When flows were different and everybody would state some facts. And I ain't saying I'm the best, just trying to save rap.
Are you not entertained? Come on, boys and girls.
Are you not entertained?
All right, let's see what's shaking today, boys and girls. Don't forget, you got to the end of we go through these shakers to put in your name. Make sure you sub, like that video, and leave the proper hashtag. I'm going to give away a 6-month subscription to CovrPrice and a 4th print of 8 Billion Genies #1 exclusive from Bird City Comics. Shall we see what's shaking today?
Seamlessly?
You know, it's always seamlessly. Boom! Look at that. All right, we're going to see what's shaking today. This is the top 10. My LCS still had a stack of these, by the way. Star Wars #2. And then I looked closely. I was like, the reason they left them behind because they all had dings in the corner. So I was like,
we didn't get our Dark Ride 1 per store thank you variant. We never got ours. I'm bummed about that.
Really?
Yeah.
This one good. Yeah.
They never sent me one.
Oh, well, hopefully you guys get them because these are hot right now. But
Yeah.
these are the units moved. You can see what's kind of moving there. But we're here to see what's shaking, boys and girls. Let's see what's on the shakers list or a big pricing. Yeah, this is no surprise to me. Amazing Spider-Man 300 with the upcoming McFarlane signing. 9.8 for 46.50.
Ooh,
Man, oh man, look at that.
I wonder what the
5
newsstand's going for.
Don't even want to know. Hey, I got this. Look at that. CDC 9.8. This is
that first cover for him for Thanos? I don't know.
No, it's not. It's Thanos Origin.
Origin, okay.
Yeah, but it was a great run starting, I think, at issue 25 where Starlin took over. But one of these also features the first cover appearance of Death. But 250 and a 9.4. So a 9.8 sold recently for $17.50. Good Lord. Oh, well, we couldn't escape this book. Rumor is that Borat is going to be Mephisto, which I have no problem with, man. He's a great actor.
I think it works. People are getting so mad, but it works.
Yeah.
So all that other talk about Mephisto can't come in because they'll never let him in China, all that's just doesn't mean anything now. Now, yeah, he's okay now. He can come in.
Well, I think the story is he's going to be I think he's going to give the Hood his powers. And that's how they're saying he's going to be introduced. So, because, the Hood was just street level character until he received powers and it became kind of this supernatural character. So, Silver Surfer Raw in a 6.0 average, right around $1,200. Wow. That is amazing. Shazam, not surprising. 9.4 for $1,000 still seems like a good deal to me. Why are you guys sleeping on Shazam, son? Second appearance of Black Adam, kind of first Silver Age appearance, I guess you could say. 9.4 for $995. Nice known value is a 9.8 that's sold during the pandemic for $7,000. It's one of those things where it was the longest gestating spec book ever, right? When it was first announced to hey, when are we ever going to get it? And finally, boom, it's coming out this weekend. So I'm going to see it on Saturday. Good old Dell Comics. Look at this.
Turok.
Son of Turok, dinosaur hunter. It doesn't say here. This is 4-Color Comics, issue 596. The first appearance.
That's
of Turok.
the first appearance of Turok. See, there's knowledge drop on you right there. I didn't know
this
that.
is then Valiant obviously bought him and rebooted it. But $900 and a 5.5, only $2,000 and a 9.2. That's a darn shame. I think this book should be worth more. That's just my only humble opinion on that, though. Hey. I'm gonna post. I have the DC vs. Vampires homage of this one. I was gonna post for Halloween comic covers. Good old Batman number 423. Good old Todd McFarlane art. Nobody draws a cape like Todd McFarlane. I swear to God.
No way. Well, you heard the story on this. Is that he was on deadline. He just said, "I'm gonna fill this page with this cape."
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, there you can see all the different.
Wait, that's the origin of this cave? He was just trying to.
Yeah, he got this cover late. I guess someone else was supposed to do something to that effect. He got it late, and he's like, "All right, I gotta throw something up here," and he just made a huge cape to fill the cover.
Yeah,
the iconic McFarlane cover.
Yeah, and then Spawn was with the crazy cape for forever. Couldn't be a shaker show without some EC horror. Look at this, shock suspense stories. Well, this is more of a crime, but
it's not too bad. I mean, he's getting shot on the cover, but
yeah, look at that.
It's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
It's not like they're cutting his head off or anything.
Yeah, no,
he's only got a couple of bullet holes in him.
Nothing that makes you make seduction innocent or anything like that. RoboCop, what the hell's going on here, man? First appearance of RoboCop in the comics, $550 for a 9.2.
What?
I'm telling you,
9.2.
This is a magazine too. It's kind of an odd find if you can find this. This is not the comic size. This is the Marvel magazine size. So good luck finding this one, man. But any movie adaptation, TV adaptation that's been done, because remember Marvel and DC had these weird things where they could publish comics. That's why the Indiana Jones comic, there's a Willow comic, all these weird things that typically historically comic collectors haven't really cared about. Now whenever a movie gets redone, rebooted, whatever, now they look for the first comic appearance of it. So don't sleep on that Indiana Jones book or that Willow comic. I think we had the Willow comic on here before. This is a book that's been on my radar forever, and now I think it's passed me by. First appearance of Man Thing, $575 raw dog in a
raw.
Yep. 37 grand in a 9.8. Sold in November 19, 2020. That's just let me
Again,
just look at
pandemic.
let me just look at recent
Sitting at home
sales.
shopping.
Let me just see. So 9.8. They don't really come up for sale that often.
3 total.
Yeah.
2016. 3 total since 2016.
It's not a hard book to get. It's a pretty hard book to get in 9.8 because of the giant
Clearly.
magazine size format.
Yeah, they're not stored right. People just throw them and.
Yeah, especially
Piles,
too,
yeah.
back in the day, there wasn't magazine size bag and boards like now. You can get a bag and board for almost any size comic, except for that stupid goddamn Ronin book when that came out. As we were just saying, Xena, the Warrior Princess photo cover.
Get
what?
out of here.
What?
$500
for a 9.8.
All right. See, that's another one of those.
That show.
That's your jam, man.
Oh, bro, and her little blonde sidekick. Oh yeah, as a teenager.
Oh my god.
Warrior Princess all day.
It was like it wasn't even on broadcast. It was in syndication. It was on like some random like an hour. I don't think was it on Fox? Was it during prime time? I think it was in syndication during the afternoon, right? When Xena, because remember there was the Hercules show too. What's his name? What's his nuts? I totally forgot his name already. There was a Hercules and Xena the Warrior
Zorba. What's his name? Was it Zorba?
Max Zorbo or something like that.
Something like that.
Hey, look at Twig. Oh, so cute.
Still there.
The Teletubby on crack. I like to call him. This is the Twig Ash Can #1 from 2022 at 9.8. Recently sold for $500. Wow, look at that.
I gotta get mine graded.
Yeah, you do.
I need to do that.
Good to see this little first appearance
I like
of Frankie
how she
Ray.
said mine graded.
It's yours. So Fantastic Four 244, first appearance of Nova, Frankie Ray's version of Nova, classic cover. We've been specking this book for a while now, but you should go out and get it, man. Here's another one.
So one must have been graded, one must have been wrong.
Yeah, this is a 4.5. I think mine is a 7.0. So I have Silver Surfer 1 through 4 because those are like the hardest ones to get. Somebody say Ra's al Ghul. Is it Raz or Raj? Now, even DC doesn't even know how to. They say his name differently on TV shows and the movies. It's like, come on, man. Is it Ra's al Ghul or Raj?
Do they call him Ra's al Ghul in movies?
Yeah, Ra's al Ghul. It's like, come on, get your act together. 9.8 or 2,700. It's not even his first. It's not even his first appearance. But it's still off a hot cover. Good old Werewolf by Night.
What did that 41 go for?
Which one?
Maybe the ASM 41. I just sold one of those.
450 in a raw dog 5.0.
Ooh.
Okay. Werewolf by Night. Look at that. Love these frame covers. Werewolf by Night. Did you guys cover this issue, Laura, on when you guys are doing Werewolf
I
by
don't
Night?
think this one was on the list. It's so hard to get all of them, but
this is our first appearance of the Darkhold. Yeah. 460, 9.2. So November 2021, trying to think, when did like Agatha or WandaVision and Doctor Strange, all that stuff,
that was the first show of 2021. WandaVision was like the January-February show, wasn't it? That was the first one.
Yeah. So there you go. First appearance of the Darkhold. Look at that. Dope
cool
cover,
too.
man. And if you haven't seen the Werewolf by Night Halloween special, go see it as soon as we're done because it is awesome. As a matter of fact, I'll watch it again. So I watched the Wolfman, which is criminally underrated with Benicio del Toro. Great freaking film, Universal monster film, very gothic and I thought you should add it to your Halloween movie list. Fairfield Western Maryland presents Mickey Mouse Magazine, issue number 2 from 1934. 1934. Raw, no grades.
Just sold.
438. Yeah. These just don't come up for sale. I mean, can you imagine that? Something just from 1934? I mean, that's a piece of history.
Incredible.
I mean, that is amazing, man. Saga, always hot. This Deadpool is nuts. This is Deadpool Nerdy 30. This is the Black Flag Comics, 99 Problems acetate cover. Oh, I thought we'd get to a show without 99 Problems, but a taco isn't one. Oh, boy. Anyway, $414 in a 9.9. We know where that's going. Good old X-Men. Didn't you sell this? Somebody sold this during our auction. I'm trying to think who.
No, I had the ASM Annual 1 for sale.
Yeah. Let's take a look at this Fantastic Four. Look at
And the
this.
Marvel Spotlight 5.
All right. Well, I left the link in the live chat, so I'll do it again. So make sure you're subscribed, like, do everything you need to do to enter, and we're gonna pull some names right after I look at this obvious dope cover. High Evolutionary Fantastic Four, number 175, 408, and a 9.8. Don't even think it's the first appearance of it. Maybe the first meeting.
Still, it's 1976, and that's
Yeah.
old now. I'm about
Floating
that
head
was-
cover. Yeah, I was a big Fantastic Four fan when I first started collecting, man, because all the tales were so cosmic. I mean, it's just great read. And then and when John Byrne took over in issue 232, I mean, it just it was just a great run. With all the recent news about Reed Richards and the Fast and Furious coming, I can only expect people to get it more. Guardians of the Galaxy #1, $400 and 9.8. Go figure. Look at that. This
No
is
way.
This is one of the best reads ever, man. Abnett and Annie, forget the Bendis run. Abnett and then absolutely kill it when they do the Cosmic Run. They did Guardians of the Galaxy, Nova, the Annihilation Wave, all those books. I mean, they were a great writing tandem, man. Let them do the Marvel cosmic side. There's Star-Lord, Gamora. That's a version of Adam Warlock. And I want to say that's Philavel, maybe.
Do you think that's the version we're going to get?
Well, I know the current iteration is ending. They're all probably going to die or whatever, but I think there's a whole second generation of heroes that they're going to bring in. You know what I'm saying? That are going to
Can't wait.
fill the void. Because there's been multiple iterations of them. I mean, if my guess would be that after Guardians of the Galaxy 3, it's going to be more of like Adam Warlock and Infinity Watch type team, since they're introducing Warlock and everything.
Yeah.
It would make sense. Kevin Feige is doing that. He thinks the way we do. So, all right, let me share the screen for the giveaway. First of all, we're going to give away 6 months subscription to CovrPrice, full blown. If you already have a subscription, to add on to your 6 months. So if you already have 6 months on it, it'll add another 6 months, so you have a year. Also, the winner will get a 4th print copy of 8 Billion Genies #1, and the second place winner, we're going to do 2 drawings, will also get an 8 Billion Genies #1. Thank you for Ant. Also, make sure you guys go to Bird City Comics. This drops tomorrow. I Hate Fairyland #1 on birdcitycomics.com. Use the discount code of LOTLB. Just get 15% off this book and anything else in the Bird City Comics store. This is going to be fire. I'm digging this already. So let me share this weird randomizer here. As I go seamlessly into.
It's seamless. What happened to the seamless transition?
I know, right?
Question on that Bird City discount. Just real quick question. Let's say I decided to have a weekly pull. Is that something that you guys do? And does that discount apply for all purchases?
Books.
You don't do weekly books. It's all new
No,
exclusives.
Yeah, we'll get to that point eventually, but we are looking at doing some type of subscription service.
Yeah,
where basically you're guaranteed one copy of every book we do monthly. Just trying to figure out how to integrate it, and make it seamless for everyone.
Yeah,
That
make sure you
sounds
sign up
fantastic.
so you don't miss out on anything. I mean, when you guys did the Tris Fortuna variant, how long did it take to sell out?
6 minutes.
6
Wow.
minutes. 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. Anyway, if you like the video and are subscribed, then I put in the hashtag of LOTLB giveaway. Let's see what we got here, boys and girls. Hopefully this works. It's just a little bit different from what you're used to, but I'm filtering off of this phrase on that video, and you had till now. So let's see who the winner is of 8 Billion Genie #1 and a 6-month subscription to CovrPrice.
Nice.
There's 63 people who entered.
That's it. 63. Come on.
winner.
There's 92 in the chat.
Right?
Well, no, this is from the last video. So whoever had entered,
Oh, it's
they
from
didn't.
the
So,
okay. But
all right, congratulations to David Shane.
David Shane.
Hit me up on Instagram or this video, or hit me up. Just look up Lords TiVo14 on Instagram. Hit me up, and I'll get your info over to CovrPrice and also to Bird City, so they can mail that out to you. Let's pick another winner, shall we? For 8 Billion Genies #1, Eric Perry.
Eric Perry.
Don't know
Congratulations.
I will. So I will find. Who was the first guy? I already forgot already. I can go back to the video. I think
I already forgot to.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, well, that's the beauty of going live. I can always go back because I'll on the video I will I'll ask them to contact me and then get a winner. If we don't, I'll give them a week to reply back, and if they don't, we're gonna run it again on Tuesday. I think that's 4 days is enough time, adequate enough time, right?
Hell yeah. If they don't claim it in 4 days, it's gone.
Yeah. Damn it. Say what your chest. Say what your chest. Anyway, thanks for being our captives for this hour long. Ant, any last words? Tell them where they can find Bird City Comics on all your media platforms and website and all that good stuff.
You're muted, love.
You're muted, rookie.
I've done this before. I was gonna say everything Bird City. The website, IG, YouTube, Twitter. We don't tweet much. What else do we have? Facebook, all that good stuff. The website, birdcitycomics.com. And come check us out. We drop stuff every month, so some goodies.
And sign up for free so you didn't miss out. This week, tomorrow, 9 p.m. Pacific. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific for this I Hate Fairyland variant. I'm going to show you guys one more time. Absolutely gorgeous.
And if anybody's going to Baltimore, I'll be in Baltimore Comic-Con hanging out at the Short Box booth. I'm going to bring some copies of this book with me.
There you go. So this drops tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Use discount code LOTLB to save 50% off that or any exclusives in Bird City Comics. Laura, any last words?
So tomorrow on Nearing Nirvana, I saw some of you in the chat are having Nearing Nirvana withdrawals. We are going to be doing like Halloween creepy cocktails and comics and shows. It's going to be a blast. So make sure you are there tomorrow night at 9 p.m. No, wait, sorry, that's your launch, Ant. What time do I go live? 9:30 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. 30 minutes after you.
I need calculators and notepads.
Yeah. I was like, so 6:30 p.m. Pacific or 9:30 p.m. Pacific?
9:30 Eastern.
9:30 Eastern. All right,
there
cool.
Well,
you guys should go during the witching hours since it's the month of Halloween and everything. So
we stay on pretty late. The last couple of shows have gone pretty long, especially if the girls are drinking, it's gonna be a long night. So.
Yeah, make sure you super chat them up so they can howl at the moon. JB, any last words?
Yeah, man, I just want to thank everybody who joined us today. If you didn't already, make sure you're hitting that thumbs up on the way out, and see you next week for another fantastic edition of the Shakers List from CovrPrice. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Hey, also, it's that time of year, man. People are starting to get chilly in some spots. If you need a Lords of Long Box hoodie, check out our friends at the Geeky Swag Shop. We got Lords of Long Box pullover hoodies and zip-up hoodies as well as shirts. So keep warm in those winter months. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard they're coming. Being in SoCal. All right. So we'll see you guys Tuesday for the CovrPrice Top 10. Enjoy Baltimore Comic-Con this weekend, correct? Or is that next week?
Next weekend.
It's next week.
Yeah. Shout out to our friends in Las Vegas. I think my man Justin Milton the Manimals out there with Gabe Loves Comics for Las Vegas. What is it? Amazing. What do they call it? Amazing Con or something like that? Anyway.
Amazing Con's in LA. Las Vegas is
it's a Las Vegas comic show, but I will never go because there's two Costa casinos. I'm like, no way. All the money I'd bring, I'm like, I'm gonna buy this comic. Let me just drop by the blackjack tables. Shit. No, I ain't buying nothing now. So, all right, we will see you guys Tuesday for the CovrPrice Top 10. And next time, boys and girls, keep digging in the long boxes. Peace out. Oh, that's not the right one.
That's not the right outro. Come on, man.
Yeah, I got it. Hold on, man. It's like I got so many damn outros, I can't even find them anymore. Hold on. We just wanted to hear
seamless.
it.
This is that seamless transition.
Yeah, it's seamless. All right. I thought I had it here.
You don't even have it.
Yeah, I just played it last. I played it last week. No. I promised him something here. All right. Until next time, boys and girls, keep digging in the long boxes. Peace.
Bye.
Shake and make it, pull it back. Oh my God. greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Now that's a name I've not heard.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright. In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
Jack, here's the deal. I'm the best there is.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
What's in the box?